I'm Roy McFloy, your host on Let's Talk Love. Start off with a very special couple. All the way from Omaha, Nebraska, we have Mike Coffee and Amanda Abbott. Let's give it up for them! Today, with Amanda and Mike, we will play What You Said Before You Wed. They're getting ready for their wedding this October. So, we will see how much the couple knows about each other by asking Mike questions. And then Amanda will try to guess what his answer to the questions will be. Let's head on over to the interview room.
Thanks, Roy McFloy. It's been my pleasure.
Hello, Mike. Are you ready to play What You Said Before You Wed? Do you have anything to say to Amanda before we start the game?
Hi, Amanda. They made me do this. They pointed a gun at me and made me sit here. I can't possibly be held accountable for anything that I say on this.
Oh, Mike, what the jokester. Now, let's get to it and start the game.
In trouble if I don't say Amanda, but besides that, it's watching baseball. Peanut butter, beer, and baseball. Oh, that's easy. Candy in any way, shape, or form. Most specifically, Sour Patch Kids. I would like to say that it was on some sandy beach somewhere, but it was really at a Pier 1 Imports.
You guys have to stop laughing.
It's true. I think that's me, and it's mostly because I'm the offender usually. We met in the clinic at Kleiner Kutz and Associates in Louisville, Kentucky. It was one of my first days of fellowship, and it was probably, I didn't start until, let me think. I didn't start till August, so it was right around August 1st of 2013.
Amanda's.
Go away.
Hazel,
It's
Hazel.
dogs that are bothering me.
Hazel is my biggest fan.
Things that annoy me about people? I don't know. I don't like the general public. No, I'm just kidding. My pet peeve is interviews with 5 people staring at me and I'm sitting in a chair answering questions about myself. I don't know. Amanda could probably tell you. I have no idea. People who are late is Amanda's biggest pet peeve, when people show up late to things. She can't stand it. Her grandpa once told her, even the dumbest kid in class can be on time. Going out to restaurants, going to baseball games, watching Jeopardy, walking the dogs, dumb stuff like that. Amanda by far. That's not even close. Likes the 50 Shades of Grey guy, and it's more so the character, not really the actor. So it's Christian Grey from the 50 Shades of Grey. That would be a toss-up between Diet Mountain Dew, any kind of sweet or sour candy, spicy Cheez-Its, or jalapeno flavored Cheetos. First movie we watched together, start to finish, was Step Brothers. For me, it's a toss-up between La Casa and Big Fred's, and if we go to La Casa, we get just regular old hamburger pizza. If we go to Big Fred's, we get half hamburger and half Mancini peppers and pepperoni. That depends on who you ask. If you ask me, the answer is me. If you ask Amanda, the answer is my drunken alter ego was the first one to say it, but the first one to say it, not under the influence, was Amanda. That's definitely me. Amanda will answer that. That's definitely me. That's me. Mainly because of my failure to use a napkin more often than not. What's my least favorite thing? Trying new food. Are we rolling tape? She loves trying to get me to try stuff, even though I've told her a million times I don't like it. Like, she made me try, what did she make me try the other day that I didn't like? I can't remember what it is, but I mean, every single time I say, ugh, and make a face, and she's like, well, at least you tried it. I'm like, I told you 15 times I don't like it. Like, anyway. She doesn't like milk. Yeah, no. She she's trying to like eggs, but she doesn't like eggs. I don't like eggs either, so I win on that one. Definitely Amanda. I always tell her, she sings in the shower really loud, and I always tell her she should sing at church or something, but she's too embarrassed to do it in front of anybody, so you guys will never hear it, but it's definitely her. Depends on what you categorize as your first date, but it was a bar in Louisville that was called. Why can I not remember the name of that now? She will be able to tell you that, and I can't tell you the name of it. But we went there after work, and I can't tell you the name of it now because it's slipping my mind.
Pier 1 Imports.
No, it was close to a Pier 1 Imports though. That would be Murray, but if it comes between the two of us, it's definitely her. I sleep on this toothpick little piece of our king size bed, and Amanda splays herself out, like, you know, takes up half the thing, and then Murray. No, there's Murray. I have no idea. It's usually calling for me, Michael, that kind of stuff, and I'm 5 rooms away. And then she'll say something that I'm supposed to understand in Kentucky speak from 5 rooms away, and I don't understand it. Told me with my shoulder. Want to have a Fraser pizza? Say it like he does on So I Married an Axe Murderer. Well, most men would say sense of humor, but I'll have to go with large breasts.
Yes.
Were you recording that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. My mom's gonna see that.
We won't put that on there.
Yeah, you will. I would say smile. The first main job she ever had was she worked as a pharmacy tech at Walgreens in high school. But before that, I couldn't tell you. I'll usually call her babe. She will usually call me, well, it's a progression. So when we first started dating, she used to call me Michael J. Then she started calling me Michael. And lately, since we've got Murray, she calls me Dad because I'm Murray and Ollie's dad. open my mouth. The better question is, I have learned to always keep my mouth shut.
Eater.
Fussiest eater? Like doesn't want to eat stuff? Oh, that's definitely me. You like pickiest eater? Oh yeah, me by a landslide. I'll admit it. I own it. Have you guys ever heard her be really loud? She can make her voice so piercingly loud and high that it could shatter glass, and she'll just do it just to like get me to do that, or she'll do it. She'll be walking around the grocery store and do that if no one's looking, just to get people to like look around.
What will she say?
She'll just go "Ah," and like make this really loud. She calls it a dolphin call. It sounds nothing like a dolphin. It sounds nothing like a dolphin. Oh God, she'll do it going down the escalator at the mall or something, just to see if like people all of a sudden go, "What the heck was that?" But she'll also do it to try and get me to like jump or to get the dog to like, go nuts too.
That's funny.
Anyways, you guys were all there, but you were too young. We drove to Omaha for a weekend. Like I managed to get a Friday off of work at Fellowship, and so we woke up at the crack of dawn, drove to Omaha 11 hours, and by the time we got there, it was dinner time. So we met you guys at Big Fred's, and I mean everybody was there, and you know, Papa Steve. And you guys, Kate and Craig and all their kids, and Kev, and gosh, he probably had Sam at the time, and that was it. But anyways, during that like table, first of all, for anyone in the audience that doesn't know, coffees are really loud when they gather. So if we're sitting in a restaurant, we're the loudest table in the restaurant. So first of all, there's that. And she'd never met any of you guys before. Second of all, she sits down next to my dad, and the first thing he says to her is, "Don't worry about me, I'm harmless." Which is the thing that someone who's totally harmless would say to someone, or the opposite is true. You know, somebody that wasn't totally harmless is probably the first thing they would say to somebody. Then, because I had not been here for Christmas that year, I had to work. My dad gifts me a handgun in the middle of dinner in a restaurant. She's like, "Who the hell are these people?" And so then, when it gets time to pay the bill, you know, there's probably like a $200 bill with all these people, you know, eating pizza and drinking beer and what have you. And I get out like my credit card or maybe like a $20 bill or something to pay like our share of it. And Amanda, Steve, Kate, and Craig all have like $100 bills in their hand. And it started with like one person had one, and I'm like, "What are you guys carrying around this much cash for?" And you know, they start fanning themselves with $100 bills, and Craig was like, "Yeah, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I get a little bit warm." And before you know it, they're all waving $100 bills around. And I mean, it's a miracle she stuck around after meeting you idiots for the first time. That her and I went to Florida for an orthopedic convention type thing. And it was at what's the fancy, it was at a Ritz-Carlton. And if any of you in the audience know the coffees, we do not stay at Ritz-Carlton. We're not that kind of people. And the only reason we were there is because that's where the conference was, and you know, one of the companies was paying for us to stay there. So we fly to Jacksonville, I think, and we had to drive like an hour to get there. And if I ever rent a rental car, I always get like a 4-door sedan or something like that. So I go to the rental car place, and the dude comes up and he says, "Can we interest you in upgrading to a minivan?" And I'm like, "I'm not really interested in a minivan. I think I ordered a 4-door sedan." Well, then he goes back in the back and comes back. He says, "Well, our inventory's low. All we have is a minivan. How about I knock $50 off the price for the minivan?" Okay, you convinced me. We take the minivan. So we drive, you know, an hour or whatever it is to get to this resort, and like I said, I'm not a Ritz-Carlton person. Little did I know that you cannot park at the Ritz-Carlton. Everyone gets valeted at the Ritz-Carlton. So you go there, and they got all these, you know, hoity-toity folks that are, you know, valeting their Jaguars and Mercedes and all this other stuff, and I have the guy valet my minivan at the Ritz-Carlton. Really classy. That wasn't embarrassing. It's just a fun. I love you, Amanda. I can't wait for October 2nd.
Thanks for coming on the show, Mike and Amanda. It looks like you two had a great time. I wish you the best for your wedding.
My God, this is gonna make the outtakes, isn't it? It's just me sitting here going. You can play the you can play the Jeopardy music behind this. All right?
Yes. You're right, Mike. We didn't forget about the outtakes. Now Amanda can enjoy all the bloopers while we were filming this masterpiece.
Right now, are you taping right now?
No.
Truth or lie?
Yes.
I was gonna do that. Well, like you said,
Trying new things.
I should have wore that shirt today.
so the next question.
But I'll have to go with large breasts. Ugh.
Outtakes.
Yeah, we're gonna make outtakes at the end.
You have to pick your nose.
Like me picking my nose or me going. Was that on there? Are you taping right now? Should I answer this like on So I Married an Axe Murderer? Trying new food. Or entertaining than like the actual dude.
So say that.
What's wait, where am I looking like in the right direction or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure you won't.
Okay, now wait. Are you gonna stop with each question?
Am I in the frame?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Adele, you're on dog duty. I can't have her jumping on me while I'm doing this. Or Eva. Sitting up properly. Should I use better posture?
Yes. No.
Whoa, jeez,
I
Eva.
don't like that.
Don't-
He's getting a little sweaty.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm fine.
This one won't be as
He
Go
won't
away.
go away.
Adele, you have one job. Besides eating your cookies.
Besides eating.
Which you like.
Okay.